The RG rape and murder incident has now, boiled the entire country. The strike by the doctors have entered the sixth day. But today, the Saturday morning, is the time when the real healthcare crisis is unfolding in the country. It's also happening because the Indian Medical Association has asked all its representatives, branches to, do a complete strike as far as the OPD services are concerned and the elective surgeries are concerned. I'm joined by IMA's National President RV Asokan. Sir, we are witnessing sort of a health crisis unfolding. On one side, you have the resident doctors who carry on the weight of the government hospitals on strike for 6 days. IMA has also given its own strike call, no OPD services, no elective surgery. Where are we heading right now?
Well, we have a very difficult responsibility of looking after our patients and as well as ensuring the safety and security of doctors, especially women doctors, and also healthcare workers like nurses. So it's a difficult responsibility that is being borne by IMA. So we have we are running the casualties and the emergencies. But at the same time that we need to make a protest and we have closed down our OPDs. So this discomfort of the patients for a day is a price. If you look at the cost-benefit ratio, we not only are demanding safety for our women doctors. Actually, any woman in this country, in her workplace, has to be safe. So we are taking the burden of the nation on our shoulders. So I think we are quite clear what we want.
So one more question. The NCW fact-finding committee has put out its report. There are 5 key findings. I'm sure you have gone through it. But if we look through it, the 3 needs to be underlined. Number 1, saying that there was no enough security protocol inside the RG hospital, lack of CCTV cameras, dark spots, all that has been noted down. Along with that, lack of facilities where these healthcare workers could actually settle down after their shift or, when they take a break. And third is even more glaring, where the NCW is claiming that there could be a possibility of tampering of evidence. How do you see these observations that has been made in the report?
Yeah, all 3 of them are true and they are our observations also. It's not that RGCR. Across the country, all hospitals are vulnerable. There is no security protocol. That is why we are asking that safe zone. Hospitals should be declared as safe zone. We have in mind some security protocol like airports. In airport, you can feel that the security factor. In an hospital also, such a security factor has to come into play. And observation that whether it is an tampering of evidence is anybody's guess, because the mob, after raiding the protest site, went directly to the 3rd floor where the crime site. So it's not a guess. It's very obvious that somebody is.
Are you also holding Mamata Banerjee government responsible for what's unfolding after that incident, the horrendous case of rape and murder?
I will certainly hold the responsible the institution. The institution, the head of the institution. They are responsible for the safety, security, as well as the vandalism that happened. They couldn't prevent it. The emergency room was also ransacked. I will directly hold the authorities of the hospital. And law and order, collapse of law and order is obviously a state subject.
One final question, sir. Yesterday, I was also in front of Nirman Bhavan. Very rarely we see a situation where the doctors are protesting in front of the Union Health Ministry, seeking that justice should be done in RG case as well as a Central Protection Act. Now, what we are given to understand that nothing concrete came out of the talks that happened last night with the Union Health Ministry. Why they are failing? Number 2. How are you going to club together the IMA, the FODA, the FIMA, all these 3 wings that are fighting it out on the front foot right now?
Well, it's we are a large country. We are a very diverse country, and the resident doctors are the doctors of the medical colleges. So basically, they have the independence to ask for security in their places. And naturally, being the young doctors and in the forefront of the healthcare, they are aggrieved. So they are in constant touch with us and we are supporting them without any inhibition. And the second thing that across the nation, we have right now demonstrated that not only doctors, the women organizations, the people of the country are asking for safety and security. We are confident that the national government will respond.
But what if this delay continues? Because IMA swung into action after the vandalism attack. This Saturday, Sunday call was given by that. After that, so are anything in the pipeline, something more serious, or even what do you say, bigger steps that could be taken by the healthcare community right now?
See, from the point of the government, I find that there is a hesitation to acknowledge violence in hospitals and on doctors. I can understand that. But reality is such crimes are now being held. And as it is, I don't see a choice but for the government to respond positively. Because what we are asking is basic fundamental right to live.
So you're saying no extreme steps are going to be taken by the doctors community right now, like also impacting, which could impact the emergency services.
I am confident of resolution by the government of India of this crisis.
So that was IMA president speaking to India today, exclusively saying that the government is hesitant of accepting the fact that the violence that happens within the hospitals, and they are hopeful that the government will respond to their demand. There are two primary demands which are actually driving the protest all across the country in hospitals. Number one, a fast trial of the case what happened in RG Kar Hospital, the rape and murder case. And along with that, now doctors community are demanding a Central Protection Act, to which the resident doctors associations from across the country are saying that they want a deadline this time around. Only verbal assurances are not going to help. And the IMA is also standing with the strike that has been called so far by the resident doctors across the country. With video journalist Ajay Sinha, Zamit Bhardwaj reporting for India Today from Delhi.